Welcome to another new video. Today we are talking about heroes. Not just any hero. We are talking about 10 amazing animals that save human lives. People do say that animals don't understand. They don't feel the way humans do. And that is true. They won't get any happiness by seeing their story on this video as humans do. But they do feel. They do feel happiness, pain, and hunger in their way. Let's honor their brave and compassionate actions and keep in our mind to never look away when we see an animal in need of help. Sasha the Pit Bull. Dogs are known to be humane more than humans. Among the dog breeds, Pit Bull is an often misunderstood breed. Sure, it looks vicious and can be vicious as well, but very little knowledge that they are called nanny dogs due to their gentleness around children. Sasha was a Pit Bull grown at Nana Chai's house. One day a fire broke out in their apartment in California. The family was asleep at that moment. When Sasha sensed the fire, she started barking till Nana woke up. Not only that, Sasha carried Nana's baby off her bed and saved her as well. Sasha's heroism as the Pit Bull that saved the family from the fire will forever be remembered. 3 lions. If you ever encounter a lion in its habitat, you'd run for your life. Because in nature, lions are deadly, and if they happen to be feeling hungry or haven't eaten in a while, that is your death sentence just waiting for you. But in 2005, a 12-year-old girl was saved by 3 lions. No, they're not trained. They were not in a zoo and not some special breed. This girl was snatched away by 4 males in rural southwest Ethiopia when she was on her way back home from school. She was already beaten by those men to weaken her, and she was beyond terrified. Those men had kept her for around a week. Police say they might have been trying to force her into marriage or sell off. After a week, they tried to move her, and that's when these 3 lions heard her cries and chased the men away. Not only did they chase those men, but all 3 lions also remained beside her till the police officers arrived. Sergeant One Muwedej said, "They stood guard until we found her, and then they just left her like a gift and went back into the forest." Everyone thinks this is some kind of miracle because normally the lions would attack people. Rusty the cat. Cats are jerks. That's how people interpret their lack of attention to their owners. In general, cats show less affection than dogs. Kittens, on the other hand, is another story. Rusty was an adopted cat by Claire Nelson. She had started feeling off one day, but she had kept her morning routine without thinking much of it. But then Rusty had started jumping up at her and pawing at her chest and legs while yowling. That's when Claire decided to visit the doctor. So, she gets ready and goes to the bus stop to take the bus to the doctor's office. At the bus stop, she has a heart attack. If she didn't have Rusty, she would still be at home, and something worse could have happened. Claire claims that the best thing she ever did was adopt Rusty. "I thought I was saving his life. It turned out he saved mine." A Pot of Dolphins. Dolphins are much more intelligent than other sea creatures. This incident only proved that fact again. Rob Howes was a lifeguard. He and his family were out swimming in the ocean near the beach in Whangarei, New Zealand. He said that suddenly some bottlenose dolphins came near them and surrounded them. They were behaving weird, Howes says, turning tight circles on us and slapping the water with their tails. By that time, Howes and his daughter's friend Helen were about 20 meters away from his daughter and another friend of his daughter. One dolphin had swum right at them and suddenly dived under. So, Howes had turned to see if it was coming up, and that's when he spots the big fish. Later, it was revealed that it was a white shark. Then it glided up to an arc and started swimming towards his daughter and her friend. Howes was terrified, but before he could do anything, the dolphin swam to them and then herded the girls together and circled protectively around them for another 40 minutes, fending off the shark. That erratic behavior was them trying to warn the humans. Since they could not understand it, they swam and fended off the shark as the girls were their kind. Dr. Rachel Constantine from the Auckland University School of Biological Science said, "Dolphins are known for helping helpless things. It is an altruistic response, and bottlenose dolphins, in particular, are known for it." Lulu Pig. Lulu's owner is Joanne Altman. One day she suffered from a heart attack at her house. Pigs are incredibly smart and perceptive animals. Lulu felt that something was wrong with its owner and immediately ran out and started oinking in distress. One driver had stopped to see why this pig looked so distressed. When he got off from his vehicle, Lulu had guided the man to Joe, and he called an ambulance immediately. Doctors stated that if just 15 more minutes passed, Joanne would probably not be alive to tell the tale. Pearly the parrot. Sasha was not the only animal that saved a family from a fire. Laura Jean Niesel and her fiancé were the owners of Pearly. Around 4 o'clock, they had woken up by the ruckus caused by Pearly. They were annoyed and got up to make Pearly calm down, only to see that their laundry room had been completely engulfed in fire. They took Pearly and called the fire department in time to stop the fire from spreading. That day, Pearly alerted the couple and saved their lives. Sea lion at the Golden Gate Bridge. This amazing sea lion just gave a teenager a second chance for his life. 19-year-old Kevin Hines was suffering from depression and had decided to end his life. He jumped off from the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. He may have wanted to die, but after falling into the freezing water, he was struggling to save his life. He had suffered severe injuries, making it hard for him to swim. That is when this angel came to his rescue. He felt something bumping onto him and trying to push him to help him swim. At that time, he had not noticed what it was, but someone had taken some photos, and it was a sea lion that helped him to survive that day. He did not waste the second chance he got from this kind of animal. Kevin Hines now travels the world to educate others on mental health and suicide prevention. A deer. You would never imagine a deer saving a human. Some claim deer are stupid because they get stuck in front of headlights. We don't know about deer in general, but this one was pretty clever and brave. In 2012, a woman was walking on a road in Ohio. All of a sudden, a man grabbed her purse straps and choked her with them while trying to drag her behind a building. But his plan failed as this deer suddenly ran out and startled him. This gave the woman the chance to escape and save her life as well as her belongings. Warm beavers. This unfortunate event happened in Ontario, Canada. Real Ginden was a young boy who went on a camping trip with his parents. That day, his parents decided to go fishing and asked Real to stay on shore. Unfortunately, what he had to witness was his parents' boat tipping over and them drowning. Traumatized by what he saw and unable to wrap his head around the fact he just lost his parents, he attempted to walk to get help. But the sun had started to set, so he just lays on the ground shivering from the freezing cold temperature. After a while, he had felt a warm, furry body pressing against him. He eventually falls asleep. When he woke up in the morning, he found 3 wild beavers snuggled up against him. They had saved him from freezing to death overnight when temperatures had dipped below zero. These were just 10 incidents that happened around the world, but there are many out there who were saved by animals. Animals don't get enough credit for how intelligent, perceptive, and caring they can be. Animals help humans in so many ways, so let's return kindness by always treating animals with respect and helping them in any possible way. You can simply start with giving something to eat or fetching a vet to a sick animal if you can't take them to the veterinarian. That's it for today's video. Click the subscribe to get notified when we upload our next video. If you have had a similar experience with kind animals, feel free to share your story in the comment section.